Florida does not do enough to prevent distracted driving. Lots of teens every year die because of distracted driving. Florida needs to do more about preventing distracted driving because recently lots of teens and even adults have been injured or killed because of it. In October 2013, Florida had implemented a texting while driving ban, but who knows if that will truly be enough to stop distracted driving. Our state does try to prevent distracted driving, but teens are stubborn and never think that something is going to happen to them. Teens have a mentality that they're indestructible until something happens to them, and then sometimes it's already too late. Distracted driving is completely preventable and shouldn't even be an issue, but people will do what they want, not what's safest for them. Florida can do more to prevent distracted driving and should try to do more, but the citizens of Florida also have to take it upon themselves to not drive distractedly. Driving distracted driving is a very big problem in Florida. Laws in Florida do not do enough to prevent distracted driving. In October 2013, Florida passed a law to prevent texting while driving to try to prevent more accidents caused by distracted driving. But people every day still continue to text and drive. According to DWI, driving while intoxicated, 13% of drivers aged 18 to 20 involved in car wrecks admitted to texting or talking on their mobile devices at the time of the crash. Florida drivers know of the dangers that come with texting and driving, but yet they continue to do it. Florida citizens need to have law enforcement and higher power officials pass more laws to prevent distracted driving. Passing laws to prevent distracted driving is the only way to eventually stop it. Luckily, Florida has started implementing consequences when people are caught texting and driving. For first offenses, no points are added to your license, then 2 points are added to the primary offense, and 6 points are added if the texting and driving causes an accident. Also, texting and driving says in 2014 the Florida DMV made it a secondary offense to text while driving. Florida is trying to stop distracted driving, but teens are stubborn and want to do what they think is best. Teens have a mentality that they're indestructible until something happens to them, and then sometimes it's already too late. In reality, nobody is indestructible, and teens need to be taught that driving distractedly can cause huge problems. Florida has a long way to come to stop teens driving distractedly and causing accidents. Distracted driving has caused lots of accidents in the past few years. According to DWI, driving while intoxicated, teens who text while driving spend approximately 10% of their driving time outside of their lane. That means teens who text while driving are 10% more likely to have an accident because there's a higher chance that they will collide with the car in the next lane. Also, driving while intoxicated says that text messages make a crash up to 23 times more likely to happen. Without texting while driving, teens would be a lot safer while they are operating vehicles. Most teens that make it out of texting and driving accidents realize the errors of their ways soon after the accidents. Remorse by these teen drivers is seen, and parents of kids killed in crashes warn teen drivers, as shown by the following quote. "I could have killed him. I could have gotten hurt," Matula said. "It could have been a really bad situation just because of a Snapchat. The possibility of losing your life isn't worth sending one Snapchat considering they only last 10 seconds. Another example of a teen crashing their car for a text message is seen in Florida man flips car after texting while driving. The quote says, "The crash happened during the early morning hours of January 4th in Fort Myers, after which 23-year-old Michael Woody admitted he was sending a text message behind the wheel. Driving dangerously just to send one last text message is not worth the risk of losing your life in future." On January 4th, 2015, a Florida girl by the name of Christy Bassett passed away at U.S. Shands after sustained injuries from an accident where she swerved to the right while turning onto the I-75 ramp from Northwest 39th Avenue and hit a large tree and spun around. Christy was headed to practice on a Friday when the crash happened. As stated in the Parents Struggle to Cope After Teen's Death article, it was a sign the promising star was moving forward after enduring the loss of a friend. We know that's where she was going, Jenny Bassett, Christy's mother said on Monday. I was happy to see she was heading to practice. Christy was found without a seatbelt on. Nobody thought this could happen to a teen that had so much going for her. Christy was ranked 36th in the state by collegeswimming.com and was expected to have a prosperous career in swimming yet to come. Nobody could believe that a teen with such a bright future was suddenly gone. As stated in the Parents Struggle to Cope After Teen's Death article, it's the last thing I thought could happen. Not to her, Jenny Bassett said of Christy. I'm not sure anyone could see this coming, especially to Christy. Driving distractedly is what caused Christy's death. Christy isn't the only teenager to have been killed by distracted driving this year. Distracted driving needs to end so we don't lose more teenagers like Christy. Florida does not do enough to prevent people from driving distractedly. Lots of teens die every year because of distracted driving. Laws in Florida don't do enough to prevent distracted driving and protect teen drivers. Also, driving distracted has caused lots of accidents in the past few years. Lots of teens will end up like Christy Bassett if they continue to drive distracted. Driving distractedly needs to end so as to prevent further accidents and death. Sending out a last-minute text isn't worth risking your life for. Stopping distracted driving starts with bringing awareness to the dangers of it.